All is One Reflections, everyone. I am Priestess Ifa Shaby, and this is my wonderful and beautiful egg bay, Priestess Omo Sule. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, all is one. I am Priestess Omo Sule. I'm one of the goddaughters of the Reverend Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa. I am a staff member at the Risha Hoodoo Institute. I am a spiritual warrior, a spiritual avenger. I am all that with the bag of chips and the dip. And I am the owner of Divinely Clairaudient Spiritual Consulting.
And when I tell y'all, she really is all that in a bag of chips with the dip. That's what we mean, like for real, for real.
A lot of dip
I
on the chip, okay?
Oh, the whole chip full of dip. Okay. I am Priestess Olaia Ifeshebi. I am a goddaughter and mentee of the Reverend Priestess Ocean Funke Iyanifa. I am also a staff member of Orisha Hoodoo Institute, and I am a business owner. I'm the owner of Yamiya's Inclinations Spiritual Offerings Boutique. I am a Yoni Steam practitioner, so I'm here to get your pH right, and I'm everything that you need and more. Thank you for joining us today. We wanted to go live today so that we could talk about our upcoming retreat we have coming up here in October. So many reasons why the retreat is going to was moved to October, right? It just made more sense. The veil is getting thin during that month, so it makes more sense to do some ancestral healing during the month of October. So we moved our retreat from July to October so that we could get in where we fit in better with our ancestors. Um, so we are hosting the Ancestral Healing Retreat from October 11th through the 13th. That is a Friday to a Sunday in Mount Hood, Oregon. We are going to get a Airbnb. It is not going to be extra snowy yet because we're going to be in Mount Hood. Just depends on where we find the actual location. Typically after Halloween is when the snow really hits out here up in the mountain anyway. So that's where we're going to be. It is really magical in Mount Hood National Forest. So green, so beautiful, just thick, lush forest for us to do all the ancestral healing that we need.
Ashe, Ashe. And in addition to going to Mount Hood, you are going to have a divination done by myself and Priestess Olaia Ifeshebe. So I am an Ori and ancestral priestess. So one of the services that I will be providing during this retreat is an Ori reading. So you will be able to tap into your higher self, your ancestors, as well as Priestess Ifa Shebi do her ancestral divination. So you're going to be able to tap into your higher self and your ancestors in order for you to be in alignment. So these divinations is curated for you. It is going to be private, confidential, and you will also receive a retreat kit as well to go along with the retreat, catered meals as well. So no cold food, no sandwiches, cold sandwiches. Um, it's going to be hot meals over here. So it's going to be catered. We're going to have a chef, okay, on site. So don't worry about the food. If you have a special diet, of course, we'll be able to provide that as well. So this is going to be a magical, a healing retreat. It is going to be a good way for you to get in alignment with your higher self, with your ancestors, okay, with your flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood.
Yes, as Priestess Omoshule mentioned, we will be having a private chef for the weekend during the retreat. So the private chef will have breakfast and dinner, and then there'll be like a lunch bar for us because there's going to be lots of space and time for healing. It's like you can't always heal in a group. You got to have some time to yourself. So we're going to make sure that we provide all of those things, all of the things that are needed to heal in a group space, including like some protection, right? Like we need to be protecting ourselves at all costs, but when we're in a healing space, we need to make sure that we're keeping our healing to ourselves and we're not tapping into the healing of other people and confusing ourselves. So the safest the safest to the safest bet is to come to a space with experienced spiritualists and priestesses who have been to and attended and even hosted several retreats with Ocean Funke. She has awarded us the opportunity to learn from her and to be in the presence of her. She's our elder, she's our godmom, she's our teacher, right? She's our mentor. She's a lot of things to us, but she has really taught us so many different facets to hosting retreats and helping people heal that a general person just trying to get into healing wouldn't really consider. So, starting out on your healing journey, this is a wonderful opportunity to have some guidance from someone, to learn from someone who has been on their healing journey for several years. I know Omo Sule and I both have been on a healing journey for a minimum of 10 years. So, it's it's not something that just happens overnight. It does take time and it is a lifelong journey. Once you heal from one thing, you're going to heal from something else the next.
Right.
So the healing doesn't ever end, but you elevate through your healing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I sure. And I also want to just say, why not ancestors? Okay. So, in the mini groups, okay, we have been seeing people asking about working with Orisha and Aloha and all these other things, and just, don't have a foundation with their ancestors. Like, we skip over our ancestors for so many things. We even go to Jesus, skip over our ancestors, go to Jesus, and try to work with these deities and these forces of nature when you have all of the solutions to your problems right there, ancestral, that DNA access. And so having a strong foundation with your ancestors, having a relationship that's reciprocal, right? We talk about reciprocity a lot. So you go to your ancestors for certain things, but do you provide your ancestors the things that they need to give you what you need? Okay, are they full and fulfilled? So during this retreat, we'll teach you how to start having a reciprocal relationship with your ancestors. Okay, how to hear your ancestors, how to be able to tap into their energy, to be able to manifest the things that you want. Okay, to be able to heal the things that you think that's not healable, generational trauma and curses and things of that sort. So your ancestors are your foundation. And so this weekend will help you to fortify your foundation with your ancestors. We'll be able to help you as we are going through these seasons of changes, right? It's going to be autumn time, okay? And this is a quick reminder that summer does not end until like September 21st, 22nd, something around that time. So just because it's the 1st of September doesn't mean that summer's over, okay? But I'm
everybody
sorry. I'm
they all
sorry, I went off on a
can
tangent a little bit.
sentiment.
But
Everybody's ready.
I'm just saying, as a summer baby and a Virgo, okay, people are like, oh, the summer is over. Goodbye, summer. It's not, okay. September 21st, 22nd. I'll come back with the actual date. But
Yeah.
as we are going through these seasons of changes, why not step into your ancestral power and healing, and you'll be able to discover things that you wouldn't even know that you can discover. That's going to heal you and elevate you, and not just you, but those that come behind you, you know, make it easy,
Ashe.
make it easier for those that come behind you, because just because you got it out the mud doesn't mean that your descendants have to get it out the mud too. So,
Yes, the fall equinox is on September 22nd. So
mhm.
the last day of summer is September 21st.
Okay. I just
And
want
we just literally had like a 99-degree day yesterday.
let me tell you, you would never hear me complain about no 99 degree. I will be outside sweating like a billy
I
goat,
was outside in the
okay,
sweat
and sweating. I won't be no
for a little
perfume
bit.
on or anything. I'll be out. They be like, "Girl, you crazy?"
It
I
was a
guess I am.
beautiful weekend. It was a
Because once
beautiful
the winter
weekend.
time comes, it's a wrap. It's like, I need 10 business days. If we're gonna have an event or something and locally, give me 10
Hmm.
business days. Don't tell me like 2 days in advance, because I'm gonna have to build the momentum to go outside in the cold. I
Yeah.
just
And
I,
to be around people. also.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, definitely feel that.
so September 21st, y'all. Okay.
It's the end of summer.
It's the end of
So
summer.
we have a special announcement that we are going to make. We are hosting we're going to give away a free slot, but we're going to do this in a raffle form. So if you want the chance to join us with our Ancestral Healing Retreat, October 11th through the 13th, drop $5 in Priestess Omo Sule's Cash App. Okay. Send $5 to Priestess Omo Sule with your first name and put your first name and ancestor. $5. We're going to do a raffle in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we're going to do a raffle to see who wins based off of who does the $5 drop. So go ahead, drop $5 in Divinely Clear Audience, $ Divinely Clear Audience. That's Cash App. Drop the $5. We have a registration form that we'll have folks fill out as well. Once the person is selected, it's going to be a random selection. We're going to do it live. We'll probably go live on here, on YouTube, and on IG. So just go ahead, and if you're interested in the Ancestral Healing Retreat, like, it's really going to be really beautifully put together. If you know our Ia, then you know how we were brought up in retreats.
Okay.
And that's the reason why we're having a personal chef. Like, it's going to be small. We're not going to do more than 10 people, starting out small. And it's going to be a very intimate space. There's so many beautiful things in store for y'all. I don't even want to say the things. I just want you to know that there's a lot of work, a lot of time and love that goes into healing. And that's what we've put into this retreat. So you can expect the most at the retreat. Like, not only are you going to be in Mount Hood National Forest, and it's absolutely beautiful, it really is like a very serene, magical place. As soon as you step foot into the forest, you feel like you're in a whole nother place.
I sure.
Like, literally, you do. Because it's green, and so many versions of green. And like, animals everywhere, wildlife everywhere, lakes, waterfalls, all over the place. So I have some really beautiful activities planned for us in this very magical state. Um, and also, just, I mean, you're going to be in the presence of Priestess Omo Sule and Priestess Olaia. She is an Ori priestess. I am an ancestral priestess and a pussy priestess, right? So we might have some yoni steaming going on that weekend. We might have someone come in and give us a massage. Who knows? Like, you never know. Because when you're healing, you need different things, right? So we're gonna keep it classy. We're gonna keep it cute, and we're gonna keep it strictly ancestors.
Okay. Wait, but you gotta tell them what they sending the $5 for. So what is the raffle for? Okay.
The raffle is for the free slot. So we have one scholarship available. And so that's for the whole weekend. It doesn't include the flight though. So if you're not in Oregon or anywhere close to where you want to drive, you do have to purchase your flight, but it is early enough for you to get your flight at a decent rate. So go ahead, drop the $5 for the raffle for the free slot.
You know, if I had the time to do it, I would love to drive to Oregon. Y'all hear this, ancestors? Let's make it happen. I think I would love to. I like the road trip. Okay. I like road tripping, but I don't like to drive. All right. I need a driver because I want to look and see and take in. I can't do that. We're going to be crashing. We're not going to get anywhere. Okay.
Crash and burn, right?
Okay. But I want to, like, do a road trip and just like stop at different locations on the way there. Now, in theory, like that sounds cool, but with my patients, I'd be like, oh, let's go, let's get. I got a New York state of mind, like no, but I want to be able to just stop and eat at certain places. I kind of want to like keep the lid a little bit, but like go to
Mm-hmm.
black-owned businesses and establishments and stay at a hotel, and that would take like maybe like 3 days, I think. I don't know, but I ain't got the time, okay? Because how my life is set up, I need to get there on the plane fast in a hurry. Okay, sorry.
Facts.
So yes, so this is a beautiful opportunity for you to join this raffle for $5, and you are going to be able to, if you win, get the whole retreat for free. We're talking about the kits, the reading, housing, food, okay, ancestral healing, okay, knowledge, understanding things that's going to be able to help you um, to take the steps to heal your bloodline, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just, reiterate this again. This is a lifelong journey. And like Priestess has said, like we've been with Ia for like close to 4 years, and there's still more work to do. The more you discover about yourself and the more you tap into your ancestors and you start to
Mm-hmm.
remember, you start to, put two and two together. Like, okay, um, anger. Oh, that's an ancestral thing. That's an ancestral. That's a curse. It's plaguing the bloodline. So how do I work with the ancestors? Because now they're, you know, and we're talking about ancestors of love and light, y'all. We're not talking about Uncle Pee Wee that we having little girls sit on his laps inappropriate. Okay. We're not talking about Paw that gamble all the money and now Mima got to be out here pimping the girls out and causing destruction. Like we're talking about elevated, okay, high elevated, high vibrational ancestors, okay? These ancestors are able to change things, okay? So despite what y'all thinks, there are hierarchies, there are level with ancestors. And despite what y'all think too, y'all ancestors do care if y'all vote or not. Okay, that's a conversation for another day because they was talking about it in the group. Okay, there's stop boxing your ancestors in. Stop boxing your ancestors in. Okay, and we're talking about even the indigenous ones. They had a system of voting, like of voting. What do you think? Just the the priest just come and say, "I'm the priest, and this is it, and this is what y'all gonna do. What I say."
Elders council.
You know what I'm saying? So,
The elders.
yeah. So stop boxing your ancestors, and the more that you tap into your ancestors, and the more that you start to remember, they exactly. Thank you, priestess. They sacrificed so much for you to vote, and I have a 96-year-old grandmother that I love dearly. Okay, and if you do the math, she was born in the 1920s. Okay, and so all the things that she had to go through to be able to vote, and that's the memory that she still has present, and that's that constant a reminder, like, girl, go out here and make me proud. The sacrifices. My grandma worked in a lunch in a cafeteria, you know, in order to raise her kids and other people kids and things of that sort, And so, and it's also about honoring the ones that are your elders that are here as well. You can't just be disrespectful to your elders living and then trying to build a relationship with your ancestors as well, you know. And through that ancestral veneration, you'll be able to understand, I might be going a little bit left, why your mama act the way that she act, why your daddy does the way that he does. And it might just be bigger, so you'll get that wisdom. So like I said, it's not a one and done. It's going to take, it's a relationship. With any relationship, you're going to learn and grow and build and be reciprocal, have reciprocity and respect and love. And so and then when you build a relationship with your ancestors will open doors for you to start working with other deities. Okay, because you're safely doing it, and you're not working with these deities thinking, and next thing you know, it's a trickster spirit or something of that sort. And so your ancestors are powerful. Your ancestors want to do things. They want to shake shit up. They want to give you the prosperity that you deserve. They want to give you the wealth, the generational wealth, because when you win, your ancestors win. So sorry, I was going off on a tangent, priestess, but I had to get that up. Yeah, so they sacrifice so much for us to vote. In a
Yeah.
nutshell.
No, really, that's real. I'm almost out of elders. But the elders that are still here definitely have some photographic memories of what those times were like. And so if you have the opportunity, even if it's not a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, sit and ask some questions and get another meaning and reason to vote. Or in, like, until we can seek unified change, it will always be a two-party system. And that's part of the issues that we're having right now, is that it is a two-party system. So even if there's a third party who could come in and sweep the vote, it won't matter. Right? So that's something that needs to change. We have to do the healing work. We have to get the information, right? We need to be sitting at the feet of the elders that we still have in our life
Mm-hmm.
and learning what they learned and hearing their experiences, because that information, those experiences, is already embedded in your DNA, but knowing that it's there will activate it. So definitely don't forget to vote. Like, literally, don't forget.
Don't
Don't
forget
forget to
that.
vote.
Look at you. You're talking about ancestors. Now you're talking about voting. Child, they're gonna eat us up. Y'all
Yeah,
don't know
but
what
I
I'm talking
mean,
about. Y'all
voting
scamming
is
us. Y'all some scamming priestesses.
no, we not. Voting is a form of ancestral veneration,
It
period.
is. It is.
If you want to venerate your ancestors, if you asked your grandma why they got that mark on their head and they said, I got beaten in the head with a club by a police officer because I went to vote, you should be fucking voting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just a random example. You know what I'm saying? But voting is a form of ancestral veneration, which is a huge part of this ancestral healing retreat, is learning the importance of ancestral veneration and understanding the different ways that you can venerate your ancestors, right? And because when people are just starting out, you don't have to jump to everything that everyone else is doing. You start where your ancestors want you to start. You don't
And your
start where
relation.
the next person is doing with their folks, because that's not your place. Those aren't your folks. Your folks are sitting right here waiting for you to spark the relationship so they can give you the information that you need.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you how to venerate them and show you what they want or how they want things and how to get to your next highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, priestess.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but I do have another thought. And when we talk about venerating ancestors, I'm talking about all ancestors. Do you understand? So, I have ancestors that practice Christianity. Why would I just throw the baby out with the bathwater because I'm not a Christian? I don't identify with Christianity anymore. And there's power in the Bible. Or there's ancestors that once you get more into your ancestry, you'll figure out there's different practices that they have done in their lifetime. And once that information is being revealed, they might want you to practice venerate them in different ways. So let's not box them in. When I say I venerate all my ancestors, I mean all of my ancestors. Do you understand? All of my ancestors of love and light. Okay. And so just be mindful, of that, and make sure you're not, boxing them in. Even if you do, it's just yeah, it's just to honor them. Do you understand? So we are thinking um, past ourselves. We're thinking about the ones that come behind us, our descendants as well. So, just think about that. Also, let me tell you this. This is random when you're talking about. I know somebody. I had a family member that told me when Kanye West was running for office, he was like, "Yeah, I'm voting for Kanye West. I can't trust none of these people. I'm voting for Kanye West." And I was so heartbroken. I was like, "Oh, we got so much work to do. We got so much work to do, boy. Oh my gosh!" And I was just so mortified. And I was like, "Ugh." Anyway, I'm sorry. So yeah, there are like the younger generations that are just like, "Okay, I'm gonna vote for Kanye West, whatever, whatever." But um, think about those that come behind you. They don't know if they don't know, and it's our job now that we know to instill these things into our children as our ancestors are letting these sparks come off in our DNA and our memory. Um, so yeah, anything else you want to say, Priestess, about this retreat?
No, I just really want to drive in the fact that when you work on healing yourself, you strengthen your bloodline by tapping into your ancestors.
Mhm.
And like Priestess said earlier, why not the ancestors? You don't need to start with deities, right? You don't want to be like the lady in the group this week that was got fooled by a trickster spirit for the last 4 years. I'm sorry, but
Mhm.
start with your ancestors. You know them, they know you. Y'all share the same blood.
Mhm.
I also want to just say again, we are doing a scholarship raffle for a space within the retreat. Send $5 to Divinely Clairaudient.
I got one already. Woo woo.
Whoop
Okay.
whoop. Hey, there we go. Send $5 to Divinely Clairaudient. We are going to do a raffle in 2 weeks. So, in 2 Sundays, let me pull the date up for you really quickly since today's the 1st. On September 15th, we're going to do the raffle.
Ooh, and that's 2 days before my birthday. It's my
Hey,
birthday. It's my
Virgo.
birthday.
Hey, Virgo.
Okay.
So send $5 to Divinely Clairaudient. We're giving up one free spot to the Ancestral Healing Retreat. It does not include the flight, so you do need to purchase your flight, but we'll pick you up from the airport and do all the things, get you to and from. So definitely, and also we have um, a group space. If you want to join us in the group space, you can ask questions in the group space, and we'll be dropping lots of videos and previous classes and things that we've done or participated in that got us to the point to where we are with our ancestral healing. And lots of information is available. So definitely you can reach out to Priestess Omo Sule. You can follow her, Ori.dapo. Ori Dapo.
Yeah, Ori_Dapo. DAPO. So Ori, ORI_DAPO.
Yep. Follow her on Instagram. You can follow me, Yemiyaz_inclinations on Instagram. Priestess Omo Sule on YouTube, and Sacred Feminine Alchemy with Olaia Ifeshebi for me. Definitely go to learnorishahoodoo.com. There's so much information, y'all. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating.
Mhm.
There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things, lessons, videos, all the stuff. Go to Learn Orisha Hoodoo. Join us in the Facebook group, Orisha Hoodoo.
I have Jamie has a question. She said, "Can you buy more? Can you, can you only buy one ticket? Can you buy more
Nope.
than one ticket?"
You can buy as many tickets as you want. Definitely. The more tickets that you buy, the higher odds are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a $5 raffle entry. And please share with your friends and family, your loved ones, anyone who you think would be interested in getting, or if they're already starting on their journey and are seeking guidance and support, is what I should
Can I say
say.
something real fast, Priestess? Why Oshun Kamimbi has this? on here. We have countless of hours of like of information and free information. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that we are talking about shit that has been tried and true. Okay. We're not coming up here talking out the side of our ass. We have done the work and continue to do the work. And those that know me in real life, hey y'all have seen how the ancestors have come and worked for me. I have seen how or we have come and worked for me. Nothing nothing comes good if you do the shortcut. And it's going to take hard work, it's going to take dedication and things of that sort. And I just want to say this for those that are like out here asking for spells, like, how do you think we're crafting these spells? Are we just like thinking it in our head, or are we collaborating with the spirits that walk with us? Right. And so when you're able to connect with your ancestors, you won't be able to come into a group and ask random people for spell work. You'll be able to tap into your ancestors, and your ancestors are like, you need some black pepper at the door, put some salt at your door. Oh, you letting too many people in and out your door. So how you think spell work is, that's not how it really goes. We sit with our ancestors, we talk with, and this is how we've learned through the Orisha Hoodoo. We just didn't go to no Google University and decided to be like, oh, they said this worked, because what works for me, your ancestors might be like, hell no, you don't need that. You need extra alligator pepper on your shit because you got some shit on top of you. You understand? So what works for me, what a spell might work for me, may not work for you, because we have sat with our ancestors and we have consulted our ancestors and we have divined with our ancestors to come up with these spells that y'all just want easy access to it. And it's robbing our ancestors. You understand? So once you start to do the work and you take these classes and you understand how spellcraft is worked, because even as a client, if a client come to me and asks me for some work to get some monkey off their back, I'm a divine with my ancestors and we're going to come up with a recipe, with the medicine to what is going on. So only through that, through tapping in your ancestors, you know, you will be able to come up, craft these different things to help to get you in alignment. And the more that you grow and understand, and you start to apply more knowledge, you start to stack it. So it's like these knowledge, these classes that you're having are like brick, and you're stacking these fucking bricks. So when the wolf comes and all this other bullshit comes, guess what? You have the fortification of your ancestors. And if you are privy enough and obedient enough to listen to your ancestors, and you be able to tap into other spirits and energies and stuff, that no one can fuck with your fortress. No one can fuck with you if you are in alignment. But first, we have to get in alignment by tapping into our Ori. Who owns our head? I'm a child of Oshun. Your Ori owns your head. Tap into your Ori. Tap into your ancestors. Okay, and so this is tried and true. This is hours and years of experience. Okay, so we're just not coming here to be like to scamming, because people are like, oh, they scam. We preach this in real life. Okay, and those that know, they know that we applied the knowledge. We go to class, we apply to the knowledge. We meet up for in-person events so we can sit at the feet of our elders. You know, I'm sorry, I just had to get this off my chest, because sometimes I don't really say what I want to be saying in these Facebook groups, because I don't want to be arguing with y'all about voting and honoring your ancestors and your Ori, but y'all want to be a child of Oshu and Ogu. And, I like to be at the beach, so Yemaya is all over me or whatever.
Listen,
Okay,
I don't even respond to those posts. And if I do respond, I literally have you prayed or done a divination? What did
I
your
don't
ancestors
divine.
say?
I don't
Well,
divine.
baby, I don't know what kind of work you doing if you ain't doing divinations.
And also too, don't, like, the power of prayer is so powerful. And let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you, when you master the craft of praying,
Mm-hmm.
of really praying to measure the changes in your life, you be like, you know what? This really
Mm-hmm.
works. That's how it works. Not reading these books based off of other people's experiences. You have to apply this stuff to your life to see
Yeah,
what works.
facts.
So that's just my tangent for a little bit. And
That's
so
not even a tangent.
so
I'm
go to the
sorry.
free files, Go to the free resources that we have. We have free classes, there's lives, all these, oh my gosh, just free things that are just free, okay? And yeah, and prayer is free. Let me tell you, sometimes you ain't got to light a candle, sometimes you ain't got to throw no, sometimes all you gotta do is just pray and genuinely pray.
I'm going to say this. One reason why people don't just give spells out is because their ancestors won't let them.
Because y'all gonna use it for
Period.
foolishness and fuckery, okay?
Period. Your intentions are not good. My ancestors ain't giving up nothing for free. And it damn sure ain't giving up nothing to no one who is going to do some fuck shit.
I'm not catching straight bullets for none of y'all. Do you
Nope.
understand? None of y'all.
So
And
it's not even,
y'all.
it's literally a protocol and an authorization. So you don't have authorization when you get in the groups and you asking for spells and they're not giving them to you because you don't have authorization for that spell. They divine and they gotta know.
Because I could be one of those people just be like, oh yeah, let me make a quick buck. Let me just show you some stuff I see on YouTube University or whatever, and then get your shit. Then you end up here bent up like a pretzel, okay, wondering why your life is more fucked up. You understand
With
what
that trickster energy for
with that
4 years
energy?
posing as
And
Oshun.
then also too, like Priestess, people want quick money spells and stuff and things like that. You have to work with your relationship with the energy of currency. You understand? Because if you don't respect the dollar, if you don't respect the currency, then your
Mm-hmm.
ancestors like, I'm not giving your ungrateful ass anything. Okay.
Or they gonna deagle it in your face and pull it back.
Let me tell
And
you.
in your face and pull it back.
Exactly.
Because what are you doing? You're
So when we
playing. So
tell
they gonna play
you
with you.
exactly, so when we tell you there's a free class on healing generational trauma around financial abundance or whatever, some of us have we all we know is how to survive. We don't know how to fucking thrive. You understand what I'm saying? Like we in survival mode, okay? If it's flight or fight, some of us gonna fight, okay? But we shouldn't have to, when the ancestors reveal things to you, just be obedient. Okay. So when Priestess Omo Sule is like, I got a class, I got a ritual, and it's only $33. Okay. $33 that can save you a KD, a 3.5 for those who know, y'all know. Okay. And so you're gonna have to really invest in your spiritual growth and development. And then, make sure you pray to your ancestors, because when the student is ready, the teacher will come. And a good
Exactly.
elder. We're not talking about these people out here that got 10,000 followers, but not initiating to anything, don't have any spiritual authorization, mixing
Not the ones in your inbox.
Wicca, Kemetic, all this voodoo, all this uh, stew of slime, okay, and not knowing what's going on, okay? Because so don't be fooled by the facade of the internet, okay? And that's it that I have to say. I hope y'all have a nice Sunday, y'all. It's the month, so y'all do y'all
Hey,
rituals and stuff.
hey,
Bring this
hey.
money in. If you don't know, um, guess what? Go to one of the free little classes that we have, and we can teach you how to do your rituals for the month. Okay.
And another thing is that y'all are creating these things for yourself with the help of your ancestors. So the ancestor healing, you're healing yourself so that the 7 generations after you can be healed of what you have endured, right? So definitely think about all the many layers to what you be asking for in the groups. These people who hitting your inbox, they could definitely be initiated, but they not initiated in the right way, right? So because none of us are in your inbox, E is not in your inbox. No, none of the priests or priestesses or who gone or none of them are in your inbox from Black Spectrum Network. That's not a thing. It's a thing if you're getting scammed. So just keep that in mind and don't let some little $5 priestess tell you that Oshun has your head in a
And then
$5 reading, and then
also,
like don't get fooled, y'all,
don't
for
get
real. Like it's not a thing. It's not what you need to be focused on.
and
It
don't
just
let
is not.
nobody
So
And don't let nobody come up in your inbox telling you that they got a message from your ancestors. Why the fuck is the ancestors talking to him, them, and not you? So you want to be able to be tapped in enough to be like, your ancestors got a message.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tell me today at the altar. Okay.
Facts.
So it's a message decline. Okay. Don't be that person. Okay. Like you want to have that relationship
Literally.
with your ancestors that no one can tell you. Okay. When people say, oh, white, what is a Orisha hoodoo? What is you're mixing it? My ancestors say it's good. We get results from it. Mind your business. Okay.
Facts.
Okay. You wasn't at the table when we all came up with the plan. Okay.
Listen.
So your relationship with your ancestors, and it's really no one's business either. But let's just start with the basics. Make sure y'all sign up. Uh, send the $5 for the Cash App if you want to be entered into the raffle. To be able to be picked to come to Oregon. I'm so excited. I want to be out in the woods without the sound of the city, gunshots, fire alarm,
Listen.
all of that. Okay.
And the sky. Listen, I love to stargaze. I like to moonbathe, and when
I ain't
you're
seen a
in
star
the
since Morocco.
forest, oh, that one night,
I
yeah,
have
that
not
was
seen a star since Morocco. There's
them
no
stars
stars
was
in the city.
intense.
There's no
It
stars in the
was,
city, okay?
I don't know. I feel like we was on a really high elevation. I felt very close to the sky.
Well, you know what? I know the egg they were like, what is on the continent back home? What is going on? Okay.
Yes.
They were probably dancing, okay? Dancing.
So much fun. Got some special things in store for y'all. You will there is okay, so let's do a quick little rundown of what's included in the retreat. You are going to be staying in Mount Hood National Forest, full of magic and wonder in Oregon. We're on the West Coast. 3 day stay in an Airbnb. It will be nice, and we're keeping the group small so that it can remain intimate. We have a private chef for the weekend, and he's from Louisiana and can throw down. We are making a retreat kit. Okay, so the retreat kit is gonna have all the things you need for the weekend for some healing. It's gonna have some goodies in there.
Keep your Florida water, keep the store bought Florida water at home.
Yeah,
We
you don't
got you
gotta bring
covered.
none of those
We
store
got
bought
some homemade
things.
one covered, okay? We
Yeah,
got
I
it
got
covered
some
for you.
homemade offerings from both Priestess Omo Sule and myself. We both have businesses and both hand make all of our products and offerings, right? We both work directly with our ancestors and have the authorization to help y'all. So, the retreat kit, we're going to be going in ceremony. Before ceremony, there's going to be a series of readings. Going to get an Ori reading from the Ori priestess. We'll be giving or ancestral divination from me. Like some lots of things to be included. Everything will be packaged really beautifully. You will have all the information that we give to y'all to take home with you, tips and information for after you start your healing and how you continue on doing your healing. And then of course, you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Go to learnorishahoodoo.com. There's a lot of classes you can both purchase and they are free. Start your own study. If you so choose, you can join our community. More information on that. This weekend is jam packed with all the goodies. We have our own van, so we don't have to worry about all the transportation things. Like, we got you covered. Pickups, drop offs from the airport, all the things. Okay.
Yes, we are
So,
priestess. I realize I can't comment in the chat. I can't do anything. But priestess Omisika is saying, are you accepting product sponsorship? Yeah.
yes,
Jinx,
absolutely.
you got your luck.
Yes, we want sponsors, product sponsors, and advertising sponsors as well. Monetary sponsors are always helpful. If we get a few more monetary sponsors, then we can maybe do another scholarship or something. So, donations, sponsorships, all of that is very, very helpful. And product sponsors, absolutely. So, if you want that free spot, we have one scholarship spot that we're giving away for free.
Let me tell you, someone said, I got your everything else covered. You just get a flight there. I'm there. Okay. I'm like, let's make it
Right.
happen, ancestors. Okay.
Facts.
Okay, let's make
Facts.
it happen. So so
Yes.
this is a blessing, and I'm
Mhm.
grateful that the ancestors have aligned us where we're able to do this. So
Definitely.
yes.
Well, thank you all for joining us this afternoon, this morning, if you're on the West Coast.
The best coast? Nah, I just want to say that. I just want to
I
say
love the West Coast.
I've been told I want to be
Really?
bi-coastal. I'm going to be bi-coastal one day, and I'm going to be a part-time island girl. Okay, so if I find like a nice place in the island somewhere, and I just like quit or hit the lottery and just
With
quit my,
that,
let me tell you, I'm gonna be like spending like but I got a child. I forget I got a whole child out here. Okay, but the ancestors will make a way. Okay, because if the mama not right, then the baby not right. Okay, and I need to be on the
hmm
island part time. Okay.
yes. Thank y'all for joining us. We gonna figure out what island we gonna be on, because I'm gonna be on the next island. I just dropped the link in the chat for the registration form if you're interested in registering. Got some payment options. Go ahead, register if you know someone who's looking for an ancestral healing retreat. Share it with them. If you're not able to pay the full amount for the retreat, do the $5 raffle, and you can submit a ticket more than one time. You can submit as many tickets as you would like. These tickets, we're going to do a drawing on September 15th. So, raffle for a retreat spot.
And remember, that's 2 days
$5
before my
ticket.
birthday. That's 2 days before my birthday, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all
I'm in
here September
Oregon.
15th. Okay, don't show up September 17th. I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah,
Okay.
she dipping out on us.
No, I am not. That week I have to be at the plantation, okay? Because I gotta host some events at work. So they was like, let me just tell you from here on out, you cannot take a vacation the week of September 17th. And I was like, that's how I know I'm not supposed to be working there. But
No, literally.
ancestors are working it out. I'm like, I can't
Yes.
be nowhere on my birthday. On the day that God blessed me with y'all, bless y'all with me. I'm just like, but
Yes. So
we learn sacrifice. We learn sacrifice.
Jamae asked, I'm in Oregon, but I was born in the Bay Area, California. So I'm a West Coast girl. I grew up in California, moved to Washington, and in my adult life, I've been in Oregon. So West Coast through and through.
Oh, you really are. Well,
LA face with an Oakland booty.
what song is
Just
that?
kidding.
What song is that? I feel like I've heard somebody say that. I feel like I've heard one of my West Coast friends say that before, or maybe it was you. Never mind, y'all all blending together.
I don't want to age myself.
I would love to go to Southern California one day, but I heard it gets cold in San Francisco, so I gotta map it out. I'm not traveling anywhere
In the
that's cold.
Bay.
I'm
It's
not.
not okay, but look,
Don't
this is
ask
the
me to
thing. If
travel
you go
anywhere that's
close
cold.
to the bay, if you go close to the bay, like the actual bay, like if you go to the pier, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you want to bring something for your arms. But if you're in on the hills, because I don't know if y'all know this, but San Francisco is full of like mountainous hills in the city. Like I'm talking, they're long. I had to walk one of those one time. So, but if you're close to the actual bay where the water is very windy. But in the city, it's still very, very hot. So if you're close to the bay on the pier, something for your arms, definitely.
I want 95 degrees and windy. We could talk about this offline about what I want. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna get what I want. Okay. Um,
Yes.
okay. Thank you guys for checking out this live. Thank you so much. You want to do your outro, priestess? Or should I do
Yes,
it first?
you can do yours
Okay,
first.
perfect. Good. Okay. Thank you for checking this live. We hope to see you at our Ancestral Healing Retreat. Come get leveled out, recalibrated, connected with your bloodline with us. I am Priestess Omo Sule, and like I always say, pray with me, don't play with me.
I am Priestess Olaia Ifeshebi. I hope to see you in the beautiful Mount Hood National Forest. Come join me here in Oregon. It is going to be a beautiful time. As I always say, test these waters if you want to. Peace.